Hello from the land of TV. This is King Kool with another issue of King Kool's Distracted Movie Reviews. Today on the show, we're going to be reviewing the classic Brazil, directed by Terry Gilliam. I'm going to say this about Terry Gilliam films. So far, they're basically batting zero. Let's not say zero. I didn't really like Brothers Grimm. I didn't like Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't really thrilled with Brazil either. Which, you know, it's sort of a shame, but I'm saying, well, alright, this is how I felt. I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna bother saying what it's about because, like, what it's about is pointless because it's surreal. So describing what it's about is, well, skipped a little bit there. I should have enough metal. What the hell? Describing what it's about is it would just simply betray the originality of everything else in it. It's like it's not really about what it's about, you know, because it's a satire. But nevertheless, it's, you know, the word dystopian comes up a lot, and I want to go sort of specifically about dystopian things, which is I remember who's shooting me? There we go. Dystopia sort of has a similar problem to anything that would be a utopian society, in the sense that it's like, okay, is it ever really believable? Like, some people say Blade Runner is dystopian. It's like, nah, Blade Runner could totally happen. Like, and it's not even like too much of an exaggeration. But this is definitely dystopian in the sense that, you know, and the reason why it's sort of boring. Frick. The reason it's kind of boring is because when it's dystopian, you know pretty much everything that's going to happen. You know everything is going to go contrary to traditional wisdom of justice and goodness and right, and everything's going to go bad. So it's sort of like, alright, well, just how is this going to come about exactly? How is this going to happen? I'm sort of cheating in the sense that I can observe people and not have to worry about, well, I don't have to worry anymore. But nevertheless, I didn't want to do 2 for it again. You know, when it's dystopian, you know what's going to happen because everything's going to go wrong. And honestly, that's boring. It's like, alright, it's the same reason that why I'm starting to not find Peter Griffin's funny as earlier, in the sense that he always does what is exactly contrary to what should be done. It's always like, oh, gosh, should I do this or that? You know, it's always the dumbest thing possible, which makes him dull. You know, and just not as interesting as he could be. Now, not to say that this movie isn't inspired. Of course, it's an interesting satire, but in a way, I sort of tire of satire, and man, I gotta do something against him. I sort of tire of satire just because, like, a lot of it, especially now in this late hour, 25 years later, it's sort of like, well, it's how much of this is now satire? I mean, there's obviously some things, but in a way, it's like, well, you know, is it still as effective? That's my primary beef, is once you sort of get, okay, nothing's going to go right for our hero, son of a bitch. I'll keep talking during this. I was going to cut it out when, if this happens, but I'll keep going. It means I get to eat some of my ramen. My ramen is really hot. Haven't had ramen in forever, but I was cold because I walked to the mailbox to drop off the disc, and it's freezing out. Who else is running around? Oh, hang on, I can control it. Look at this. Check this out, people. I'm on top of the world. Uh-oh. But, you know, and the acting's quite good. Jonathan Pryce is excellent as the protagonist, if he is such a thing. There's a little gag with a executive toy that isn't made much of at the time, but when it's revealed what it does, I found that to be just endlessly hilarious. So I I did really like that. I'm not going to say what it does, because even though I don't want to dismiss the film, I just think, like, my other problem is that, like, what other people call weird, it has to be, you know, a lot weirder than what most people would call weird for me, it to even, like, sort of register to me. So it's like, okay, look at how strange everything is. I'm sort of like, okay, so, you know, it has to be sort of way out in left field for it to sort of make an impact on me. And I don't know where I'm sort of going with this. I have to just say what I thought, which is just I wasn't really that amused by it, or even, you know, illuminated by the satire, I suppose. I actually don't have many notes. I mean, this is one of the longer movies I've done. This was 2 hours, 20 minutes. I remember I was thinking of other movies that sort of reminded me of, that I'd watched, you know, beforehand, that I think if I'd seen this in 1984, it would have blown my mind, I'm sure, but here, I just wasn't that thrilled with it. But I want to be also clear again, it's like, when I say, like, I was sort of bored, but I wasn't bored the way I was bored with Event Horizon, where I was like, okay, I know where you're going with this, just get on with it. With this, I was bored in a sense of, alright, what is the point of this? You know, all this stuff is happening, but, like, what's the point? You know? I was just like, where is this going? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do, you know? And I would much rather, as much as I don't like Brothers Grimm, and I don't like Imaginarium, and I don't really like this one, I'll take this movie any day over stupid crap like Yogi Bear, which couldn't have possibly been good, and there's no reason to make it, and follows, like, it's like a train. It just follows the tracks of what it's supposed to do, and at minute, 45 minutes, this happens, and you know, all this just, you know, like, just completely on the rails crap. So I don't want to act like I'm dismissing it. Should you see this? If you haven't seen it, you should see it. Like, unquestionably. Like, you know, like, definitely check it out. But, like, did I enjoy it? No, not really. It's not even that it was like, oh, well, I enjoyed it, but it enriched me. It's like, no, I just found it sort of, geez, great, Rain's still on their team, so he's gonna keep killing me. So I killed him. He has way more points than I do. So I'm not certain. I'm sure I know I have something else to say. Like I said, I didn't take a lot of notes, but I'm gonna take this time to have a small intermission where we play a new game that's sweeping the nation called How Loud Is This Potato Chip? This time of the show, we have Lay's kettle-cooked, original-flavored potato chips. May not always be potato chips, just chips. Check it out, we win. I'm gonna wait for the music to stop so you'll be able to hear me better. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. No, that's a loud chip. Alright, back to the show. I'm trying to think of what else I need to say about this. I wanted to do that in the middle, but I think I've now said what I mostly have to say about it. I actually am sort of surprised. This film sort of fills me with sort of like the word I use a lot when I described Imaginarium was tedious, which it was. Like, the movie was tedious. It's just like, okay, look how interesting we are in this, and it's like, yes, but to what end? There's a sniper there. It's like, you know, and like, as much as I'm all about something just for the lulls, I can't really, it's just, I just couldn't be behind, this sort of, you know, just sort of zany, not even zany, just, like, it's silly, yet it's quite deathly serious at times, and I don't know. My thoughts are disorganized right now. I did this in TF2 because I don't have a lot of time to edit. I'm gonna have to run out of here once this is all set. So I don't know. As I said, should you rent it? Totally. Give this movie some time. You might find it more impressively mind-bending than mind-blowing than I did. But basically, as I've said a few times before, trying to blow my mind is sort of like trying to blow a crater. But nevertheless, I just want to let you guys know my queue is very nearly empty. I've got one movie coming back to me. I mean, I could probably put a few movies in that I could also do an instant that I haven't done yet. I may do that so that my queue does not run out. But now is the time to make your suggestions. Suggest any movie you want. I take all of them into consideration. I look at them all. And if your suggestion's good, I will totally do it. As long as it's not horror or something I simply don't want to see. But nevertheless, this is King Kool. Drive home safe.